Yes, Mr. Chazelson.
Thank you, Chair. Sergeant, you recall just before we broke, I was asking you about the jet ski. And you indicated that you'd brought the jet ski back to Mr. Msibi's house approximately in September. That you had used the jet ski after it had been brought back, not house, a farm in Hammanskraal, after it had been brought back to the farm in Hammanskraal, and that Mr. Madlanga, you think, may also have used it after it came back to Hammanskraal, but you weren't sure whether and when that would have happened. Is that correct?
I said I don't know if Mr. Madlanga used it after.
You don't know if he used it?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I want to come to your statement where you explain the credit card belonging to one of Mr. Madlanga's companies that you found in the jet ski. And if we go to your statement file, that's the small file. On page 1, you say that on the 23rd day of December, you found that Mr. Madlanga left a Luxor African Brand Investments business gold card in the jet ski boat of Mr. Msibi. Now, can you explain the circumstances in which you found it? Did you find it, was the jet ski at Hammanskraal when you found it? Was the jet ski somewhere else?
I found it on my way back.
Sorry, on your way back?
To collect it, yes. On my way back to collect the jet ski.
To collect the jet ski from where?
From the farm where it was at Mr. Madlanga's place, Mr. Madlanga's farm.
So you, on the way back from Mr. Madlanga's farm?
Yes.
You found the card in the jet ski?
Yes.
Was this when you collected the jet ski to bring it back to Hammanskraal?
That's correct.
But then that would have been in September 2024, not December.
I think maybe you can, maybe I was quicker to answer. Maybe can you repeat your question so that must be clear?
Where were you when you found the card inside the jet ski?
I was in the dam.
Which dam?
RDPS Port Dam.
RDPS Port Dam. And when was that?
When or where was that?
When?
I can't remember exact date.
In your statement, you say it was the 23rd of December 2024.
Yes, it's possible.
Well, why would you have said in your statement, which is a statement under oath, that it was the 23rd of December if you're not sure that it was? The statement reads like you were certain that you found the card on the 23rd of December.
Yes.
Why are you doubtful now?
Why am I doubtful now?
Yes.
I'm not doubtful.
So you found the card on the 23rd of December?
Yes.
But earlier you said you found the card on your way back from Mr. Matlala's farm when you were bringing the jet ski to Mr. Msibi's farm?
I think I was quick to answer.
Slow down with your answers.
Start.
Now, you say you found it at Hartebeesport. How did the jet ski get to Hartebeesport?
I took it there.
So you collected it from Mr. Msibi's house, farm, and you took it to Hartebeesport.
That's correct.
And when you collected it from Mr. Msibi's house, did you check whether there was anything, in the compartment of the jet ski or not? Do you do a check on the jet ski before you collect it or not?
I didn't check.
So how did you find that there was a credit card inside the jet ski's glove compartment, whatever one calls it in a jet ski?
It was when I arrived in RTBS searching for the key in the compound. That is when I realized there is a card in there.
So when you searched for the key, you realized that there was a card left there?
That's correct.
And was Mr. Matlala with you at Hartebeesport?
No.
Not that day. So had you taken the jet ski to Hartebeesport previously, between the time that you returned it from Mr. Matlala's farm and the 23rd of December? So that would be between September and 23rd of December. Had you been to Hartebeesport with the jet ski before?
No.
So that card may have been there since you collected the jet ski from Mr. Matlala's, or when you collected the jet ski from Mr. Matlala's farm in September?
I think so.
It may have been. And do you know if Mr. Matlala used the jet ski between September and December when you found the card?
I don't know if he might have used it, but I know that he had an access to it as well.
He also had access to it, so it's possible he used it.
Yes.
You see, there are several cash withdrawals on that card between September and December 2024.
Okay.
So if the card was left in the jet ski when you collected it from Mr. Matlala's farm, then it is not possible that Mr. Matlala would have made those withdrawals. Well, let me take that back. It would only be possible for Mr. Matlala to have made those withdrawals if he found the jet ski in Hammanskraal, found the card in the glove compartment, took it out of the glove compartment, withdrew some cash, put it back in the glove compartment, and then forgot about it again. That's the only way it would be possible for Mr. Matlala to have withdrawn that cash. You accept that?
I'm not sure if I understand you clearly.
You see, if the card was in the jet ski when you collected it, and between the time that you collected the jet ski and 23 December when you say you found the card, cash was withdrawn on that card, then those cash withdrawals wouldn't have been made by Mr. Matlala, because the only way they could have been made by Mr. Matlala is if The card was in the jet ski in September. It then went back with the jet ski to Hammanskraal. Mr. Madlanga then took the jet ski, found his card that he'd left behind once before, used the card to withdraw cash, put the card back in the jet ski, forgot about it again, and left the card in the jet ski where you ultimately found it on the 23rd of December. That's the only way Mr. Madlanga could have withdrawn that cash.
Commissioner. Chair.
Yes, Mr. Ngwato.
I don't recall if the witness has the bank statement of Mr. Madlanga to confirm if there are withdrawals, number one. Number two, I've not heard of any evidence where it was indeed confirmed that when the jet ski was taken from the farm, there was no card inside or there was a card inside. Because he never checked it.
I understand the first part about withdrawals. I'll ask Mr. Chaskalson to respond. But the latter part, you should leave to the witness to respond to. That's factual or evidentiary matter. So the witness can give a response, whatever that response may be.
Chair, I'm happy to leave this topic for now because Mr. Ngwato is right. Due to an oversight, we haven't included the Luxo African Band bank statements. We'll give them to Mr. Ngwato and the witness now, and we can come back to this either tomorrow or if later if necessary.
Thank you, Mr. Chaskalson.
So if I move to a completely different topic, Sergeant, can I ask you to go to page 56 in file 104?
Which one is?
Mr. Chairperson, can we close?
104, 56.
Should we close the statement file? Put it away.
The statement file can go away for a while.
And where do we go on this file?
To page 56.
56.
There you'll see that on the 25th of November 2024, Mr. Madlanga at 13:48 sends you 3 SAPS payment screens. You see them?
That's correct, I see them.
Underneath, he sends a text saying maybe it will reflect tomorrow. And then he sends a text below that that appears to be forwarded to him and says, yes, it is paid on 24 November 2024, but deposited into account will probably be tomorrow, but I will monitor. Did you understand that second text to be Mr. Madlanga speaking himself or him forwarding a text from somebody else who said they would monitor?
It was Mr. Madlanga forwarding the message.
So he's forwarding a message from someone saying they will monitor.
That's correct.
Now, who would be monitoring? Who would be able to monitor payments out of SAPS?
I would not know.
Presumably someone within SAPS is the only person who can monitor if payments are going to be deposited the next day.
I wouldn't know.
Your response is, please, my brother. What did you mean by please, my brother?
I don't know what really I meant, because of this payment and these messages, according to me, they had nothing to do with me. So I can't remember what was this please, my brother, all about.
So these statement screens had nothing to do with you, and you don't know why you were sent them?
Yes?
Why then did you forward them all to General Shibiri? Can you go to page 384?
384, 284.
384, and that would be in file 204. Three eight four file 2. 384 file 2.
Okay. Yes, I see.
Well, if they had nothing to do with you, why did you forward them to General Shibiri?
I assumed it was for him. That's why I've sent it to him.
Well, why would you assume it's for him?
Okay. If I recall, Mr. Matala had an issue with the payment from SAPS. And this was one of the reasons I've sent it to General Shibiri, because I know for a fact he was talking about staying with General Shibiri and General Sibia. That is the reason when he sent to me, immediately I pushed them to General Shibiri.
So you thought they had nothing to do with you, but you thought they might have something to do with General Shibiri?
Yes.
Why? What would the payment screens, why would that be of relevance to General Shibiri?
I know that Mr. Matala also complained to him about the payment that were late from SAPS. So when he sent me those proof of payment, I forwarded to General Shibiri.
Well, before you forwarded them to General Shibiri, you respond to Mr. Matlala saying, please, my brother. Are you not saying you're really hoping he's going to get paid tomorrow?
No.
Well, his messages to you are, maybe it will reflect tomorrow, and then a forwarded message, yes, it's paid on 24 November, but deposited into account will probably be tomorrow, but I will monitor. And you say, please, my brother. What meaning could please, my brother have other than, I hope this happens?
No. Did not mean that.
Well, can you give me a plausible meaning for your message, please, my brother, that you sent on 25 November at 13:49?
I don't know what I meant by that, but I believe that if maybe I wanted something from him, I was going to specify that I want this or that, please, my brother. So I don't know where this where did I take it from? This, please, my brother. But it was from me.
So it wasn't that you wanted something from him.
No, I would
No.
have written if I wanted something.
But then if it wasn't that you wanted something from him, it was that you wanted him to be paid, as his messages said would probably happen. What's your response to that?
No,
Well, so you can't offer us any plausible meaning of what you had in mind when you said, please, my brother.
no.
What I find strange with that response, Sergeant, is that you say you do not know what you were talking about when you said, please, my brother, but you categorically deny that you may as well have been wishing for payment to take place soon. How can you not know what you meant, but at the same time be sure what you did not mean? I find it difficult to understand that response.
I did not recall what I meant, commissioners.
But you know what you did not mean. That's my difficulty.
That's the unfortunate part.
Sorry?
Also. I said that is the unfortunate part that I can't remember what I meant.
Is it not because you actually know what you meant, but you do not want to tell us what you meant?
No. I'm not like that. If there is something to tell, I will tell the commissioner as it transpired.
Yes, Mr. Shaskelson.
Can we then go to page 167 in file 104?
Before you leave, Certain Nkosi, you say the reason you were forwarding these screenshots to General Shibiri is because you knew that Mr. Madlanga was discussing the issue of non-payment of his invoices with both General Shibiri and General Sibiya. Did I hear you correctly?
That's correct.
How do you know that he was discussing the issue of non-payment of his invoices with General Shibiri and General Sibiya?
Okay. Because of at some stage, I knew, even though I can't be exact with dates, that I've once taken him up to the office of General Sibiya to complain about his payments and non-cooperative from the subs procurement.
Wait a minute. I thought the only time you had taken him to General Sibiya's office was when he was going to complain about not being given access to the clinic.
Yes.
Now you are saying on another occasion you took him to General Sibiya's office to complain about non-payment of invoices.
No, it's in addition. Remember now, sorry to say, remember now, Commissioner, is when they don't give him facilities, it affects his payment. So the issue of the payment and the facilities is one thing, it's a package. And the issue of General Shibiri himself told me that Kurt complained that he's not being paid on time. That is the reason when Kurt sent me such, I don't even hesitate to send it to General Shibiri. I know he's got knowledge about it.
So let's keep it short then. You are aware of a specific instance where Kurt Madlanga came to General Sibiya's office to complain about non-payment of his invoices. Is that what you are saying?
Yeah, but not exact data, but I know that.
No, I'm talking about the subject matter of the discussion.
Yes.
You are aware that at some point, Madlanga came to General Sibiya's office to complain about
Yes.
issue of non-payment.
That's correct.
You're just not sure when it was.
Yes.
Okay.
So Nkosi, you are not involved with finance and payment of invoices. Why does Mr. Madlanga share this with you?
Okay.
If you're not discussing with him about his invoices, why would he share this with you?
I think, even though I'm not involved, but when it is something to do with issues of his project there in college, he would send me those things. So I think I took it from that angle that this is one of the things that why is he sending me is because of the previous complaint. And then the person who are relevant to these things, I just send it to them.
So he sends you this so that you know he's getting paid, because this is what these texts are about. He's telling you that I'm getting paid. Why would he tell you that I'm getting paid? Have you, before this, been discussing with him about payment of his invoices, and why would you be discussing it with him, because you're not involved in payments?
I think to answer that, it was the matter of giving feedback that at least after my complaint, now they have paid. I then felt to send it to relevant people that he complained to.
And if he's giving you feedback, why do you pass this on? If this is feedback to you, why is this being passed on to General Shibiri, who is not involved with payments? It's not his job. It has nothing to do with his job. In the same way that it has nothing to do with your job, why are you passing it to General Shibiri?
I think, as I've answered, is that maybe he was giving feedback that my complaint at least is attended to. So he sent to me, then I sent to General Shibiri.
You and General Shibiri had discussed this contract and the payments to Mr. Matlala?
No, I did not.
So why would you send this to him? Why did you think he has an interest in knowing that Mr. Matlala is going to be paid and the money is going to be in the account on the 24th, that kind of detail?
General Shibiri had an interest.
What was his interest in this? He's not the one that's buying the service or using the service. He's not the one that is making payments or authorizing payments. What would be his interest?
I think his interest, it was based on the complaint from Mr. Matlala, the same complaint that he informed him. Kat phoned me and told me that they are giving him problems with his payment. So that is the reason I said he had an interest, because of maybe it was because of that complaint.
Is he not sharing this with you because you have used your position internally to assist him get payment, and he's now showing you that it's bearing fruit? Is that not why? I mean, he's complained to you, obviously expects you to do something about it. And if he's complained to General Shibiri, he obviously, otherwise he's a silly man. He sends this, or he complains, as you say, because he wants you to do something about it, and he expects you to do something about it. And now he's reporting to you to show you that which I asked you to do for me, it's now delivering. That seems to be the picture here.
Can I answer that?
Yes.
Commissioners, with regards to the payment, with my rank, I'm far from those things. And there was no way on earth that Mr. Matlala will personally complain to me, because I know for the fact that Mr. Matlala in finance, he had Brigadier Bukaba, he had General Fani, those were his people. So there was no way that he could complain to me. And Mr. Matlala was somebody who always wanted to flex his muscles throughout the police. When he's communicating with this person, he will tell you that, no, I've got this one, he's going to do this thing for me. I've got this one, he's going to do this for me. I've complained to this one, he's going to do it for me. That is the reason I did not even wait for him to instruct me that forward this message to who and who, because for the fact, when he sent me this thing, I personally phoned him. Hey, where did you get this? He said, I got it from Brigadier Bukaba. I got it from General Fani. So I did not have a problem. I just forwarded as it is to where it's supposed to go.
Do you see, Sergeant, it's still, maybe your answer actually opens another inquiry. If he received this if he's told you
Yes.
that he's received this from General Fani, I think
Yes,
you say,
yes.
and General Bukaba, both of whom are in finance.
La Brigadier.
Yes, Brigadier Bukaba.
Yes.
If he tells you, I got this information from people in finance, then why are you sending it to General Shibiri? Because the people with standing and first-hand information, Mr. Madlanga tells you they gave me this information.
Yes.
Why would you be sending this to General Shibiri? What is his interest in knowing that Mr. Madlanga has been paid?
Okay. His interest, Commissioner, is because he complained, according to me now, and maybe at some stage, maybe he wanted General Shibiri to push this to push his payments. That is according to me. So as a result, he sent it to him, even though he did not say it. But because of I've got that knowledge, that is the reason I did that.
Thank you.
Can I just follow up something that you said in that answer to Commissioner Baloyi? You said that Mr. Matlala would, as it were, drop the name of General Fani and, is it Brigadier Bokaba? In what context did he refer to General Fani and Brigadier Bokaba?
It was
In what context did he refer to General Fani and Brigadier Bokaba to you? What did he say about them?
What did he say about them?
Yes.
No. He said he got these things or this proof of payment from Brigadier Bukaba and General Fani.
Is it Mokaba or Bokaba?
Bukaba. Brigadier.
Mokaba with an M.
I'll just remember her name now. Brigadier. It's a woman.
So you understood that these payment screens that we see in the chats were given to Mr. Matlala either by General Fani or by Brigadier Mokaba?
Bukaba.
Bokaba.
Maybe I will through you, Chair. My attorney there can just give me the exact name of the brigadier so that I must be sure which brigadier, because there are many Bukabas. I want to exact one.
Thank you.
Or you can give us the name later. You may confer with the...
You've got the name, Mr. Mato, of that brigadier there. It's written there in my notes.
It is referred into General Sibia's transcripts,
Yes.
and it is referred into your chart with Kat Matlala as well. It's Brigadier Glenda Bukaba.
Brigadier who?
Glenda Bukaba.
That's correct.
It's both in Sibia's transcript.
Glenda. Yes. And to add on that, that is what it was indeed Brigadier Glenda Bukaba. In one of the newspapers, he was quoted that she advised Mr. Matlala to go to General Sibia to push her to give her facilities of the training. So I'm just adding that indeed it was this Glenda Brigadier Bukaba. Yes.
So Brigadier Bokaba is reported as having advised Mr. Matlala to approach General Sibia to arrange facilities.
That's correct.
And would those be the facilities at the police college?
That's correct.
But in relation to the payment screens on the contract itself, as opposed to the question of facilities, did you understand that those payment screens were provided by General Fani or Brigadier Bokaba or someone else?
Yes.
Who?
These two.
These two?
Yes.
They gave them the payment screens?
That's correct.
And how do you know that?
He's the one who told me.
Mr. Matlala told you that he received these payment screens from
That's
General Fani
correct.
and Brigadier Bokaba?
That's correct.
Can I then take you to page 167?
We're going back to one. File one.
File 1. File 1 of 4.
Of the same file, eh? 167 of the same file.
You may be in file. You may just have been in file 2, but it's this. It's file 1 of 4 that we need to go to.
Yes. Is this one, eh? Yeah.
And there you'll see at page 167, on the 22nd of March, 2025, General Sabia forwards you, and I think we discussed this when you were last here, he forwards you 3 documents,
Yes.
actually 4. The first is an inquiry from a journalist, Abra Mashego,
Yes.
asking about the Matlala contract and whether it was going to be terminated. The second is a message circulated from General Pokani to the National Commission and all Lieutenant Generals, alerting them to the inquiry from Mr. Mashego. The third is General Pokani's response. Good morning, Mr. Mashego. This is an internal matter regarding SAPs and suppliers. We reserve our comments for now. And the last is the final page of an internal audit report done by SAPs, which recommends termination of the contract. And that recommendation, if you want to see it to refresh your mind, is, or refresh your memory, it is file 3 of 4, page 105. It's being displayed, actually.
Okay.
And it has the recommendation at the end of it. Based on the findings above, we recommend that the National Commission should consider the following. The expenditure incurred should be declared as possible irregular expenditure. For further assessment and determination, test investigation is required by the framework of the National Treasury. The bid should be terminated. The accounting officer should seek legal counsel on how to proceed with the termination. The termination of the bid is consistent with section 23(1)(c) of General Condition of Contracts, which states that the purchaser, without prejudice to any other remedy for breach of contract by written notice of default sent to the supplier, may terminate this contract in whole or in part if the supplier, in the judgment of the purchaser, has engaged in corrupt or fraudulent practices in competing for or in executing the contract. You recall receiving that from General Sibia?
That's correct.
Now, if you go to page 413, you'll see that later on the
Page 413 on the same.
413, it's now going to be file 2 of 4. File 2 of 4.
File.
Well, maybe while you're looking for 413, can I ask an earlier question is why would General Sabia send these messages to you? What was the relevance of all of this to you? The fact that that a journalist was asking about termination of Mr. Matlala's contract and that there was an internal audit report recommending termination?
Just a minute. I'm multitasking. Sorry.
Sure. You have 413 now in front of you.
That's correct.
So you'll see in 413 you forward these materials to General Shibiri, but before we get there, why would General Sibiya send these messages to you? An internal message from General Pokani to all lieutenant generals about the journalist's inquiry, the response to the journalist, and the recommendation page of the internal audit report that said that the contract should be terminated for fraud and corruption. Why would General Sibiya send that to you?
I don't know.
We'll have to ask him if he comes back. You don't have any idea?
No, I don't know.
But you forwarded it to General Shibiri.
Yes.
We see in 413. Why did you forward it to General Shibiri?
What I get from this side, I forward it to this side. I think my answer still goes back to that one that I said earlier, that maybe because Mr. Makala was also complaining to General Shibiri, that's why I felt that I should send it to General Shibiri.
And do you think General Sibiya intended for you to send it to General Shibiri?
I wouldn't know. Because of myself and him, past messages, then I forwarded to this General Shibiri or vice versa.
So you knew that Mr. Matlala had complained about termination of his contract, about problems with his contract to General Shibiri, and that's why you forwarded these messages to General Shibiri.
That's correct.
But he'd also been complaining to General Fani, had he not?
He also been controlled by two.
Complaining about non-payment to General Fani.
Yes.
And you didn't choose to forward to General Fani.
I don't have his numbers.
You don't have his number?
No.
Did you forward to anybody else?
I forwarded to many people.
This message about termination of the contract?
That's correct.
Who else did you forward to?
I forwarded to Kat himself. I forwarded to Mr. Mutsumi. These are people that I remember.
So to Kat and to Mr. Mutsumi?
That's correct.
Why did you forward to Kat?
I just assume, even though it was never said by General Sibiya, to send it to Kat.
But why?
I don't know.
And this was internal SAP's communication in relation to what SAPS internally was debating to do with Mr. Matlala's contract.
Yes, I agree, but by the time I forwarded and then I called, he said, "Hey, I've seen it on." He said Instagram or TikTok somewhere there that his contract has been terminated.
So when you forwarded it, he said, "This isn't news to me. I've seen on TikTok that the contract has been terminated."
Yes, so
but you didn't know that when you forwarded it to him?
I did know that.
You did know that. How did you know that?
because of it was in all the Facebooks.
So Facebook is now saying that the contract's terminated. Is that what you're saying?
Can you repeat the question again?
You said that before you forwarded it to Mr. Madlanga, you knew that he knew that the contract was going to be terminated. And I asked you why, and you said, if I heard you correctly, that it's on Facebook.
No, I did not say that.
But then I misheard you. What did you say?
I said, I forwarded to Kat, Mr. Madlanga.
Yes.
Mr. Madlanga responded. He said, he already saw that on Facebook or on Instagram.
Or TikTok was what you said first time.
Yes.
Yes, but then my question to you was, at the time that you decided to forward it to Mr. Madlanga, you didn't know that he already knew.
I knew.
Well, how did you know?
Facebook.
So then you knew that because of what was circulating on Facebook, Mr. Madlanga already knew.
That's correct. Actually, General Sibia was sending me old news because of I knew.
So you knew before General Sibia sent you these documents that the contract was going to be, that a decision had been taken to, a recommendation had been made to terminate the contract.
That's correct.
Where did you find it on social media?
On some page, I can't remember, but it was on Facebook. I remember. No, let me just leave it at that. In Facebook.
Why did you wait until General Sibia had sent you this correspondence to tell Mr. Madlanga?
You know, Facebook has got a lot of false stories. So I couldn't run with something that is not even confirmed or verified. So when General Sibia sent me, then I realized, oh, that means that thing of a Facebook is the...
So you had seen something on Facebook, but you didn't know whether it was fake news or not?
Yes.
By the same token, Mr. Madlanga would not have known whether it was fake news or not.
I would not know.
Well, if he said he only saw it on TikTok and Facebook, by your reasoning, he wouldn't have known whether he could rely on it or not.
Yes.
Mr. Shaskelson, Sergeant, I'm interested in what you said, I remember. But then you said, no, and you stopped yourself from saying whatever it is you remembered. I'm interested, what do you remember?
I wanted to add more, but I didn't realize. I think it will be unnecessarily for the commission.
All right.
To waste the commission's time.
All right. Yes, Mr. Shaskelson.
So when you sent this information to Mr. Madlanga, you were providing confirmation that he could rely on that the contract was subject to a recommendation of cancellation. You knew that when you sent this to Mr. Madlanga, he would be in a position now to know that there was actually a recommendation that his contract be terminated.
I'm not sure if I understand you. Maybe.
So before Mr. Madlanga gets this message from you, all he can depend on for his source of information is TikTok and Facebook. And he, like you, must know that there is a possibility of fake news on TikTok and Facebook.
Okay.
So when you sent him this message, this is the first time that Mr. Madlanga gets confirmation on which he can depend that this news is not fake, it is true.
You see, now I understand you clearly. I would not say Mr. Matlala heard it from me that this thing is not fake, it's real, because Mr. Matlala have or had his own people within the SAPS. I think already he knew it, as he said, but I was not the bearer of the bad news. His own people was.
Who were his own people inside the SAPS?
I've mentioned earlier.
Are you referring to General Fani and Brigadier Bokaba?
That's correct.
And why do you
more
describe?
that I don't know.
Sorry?
And more that I don't know.
Well, have you mentioned any more? Who are the more to whom you refer?
Pardon?
Who are these more?
I don't know.
So you know about General Fani and Brigadier Bokaba, but you don't know about other members of SAPS who were Mr. Matlala's people in SAPS?
Yes, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know.
And how do you know that General Fani and Brigadier Bokaba were his people inside SAPS?
One from him directly.
And what did he say in this regard? Sorry, let's take them one step at a time. One from him directly.
Yes.
What did he tell you about Brigadier Bokaba and General Fani?
Not exact words, what did he tell me, but I know that sometimes he will say he's coming to head office to meet with Brigadier Bokaba and to meet either with General Fani and even on the news it seconded that when he filed his court papers that he was advised by Brigadier Bokaba that he must approach the Deputy National Commissioner, General Sibia. By then he was acting as a National Commissioner to help him with the training facilities. So that confirmed that indeed Brigadier Bokaba and General Fani were his people.
So he would tell you from time to time he's coming to head office to speak to Brigadier Bokaba and General Fani.
Not time to time, as in when.
Sorry, I'm not sure what you're saying. Are you saying often or one or two times? What?
4 to 5 times, or like Brigadier Commissioner Commander said, maybe more or less 5 or 10. Yeah, let me measure it like that.
And was there any innocent reason for him to be speaking to Brigadier Bokaba and General Fani as far as you were concerned?
Can you repeat that? I just want to be sure before I answer.
When you thought that he was coming to head office to speak to Brigadier Bokaba and General Fani, was there an innocent reason for him to be speaking to these two SAPS senior officials?
I would not know.
You would not know? What did you think he was coming to speak to them about?
His contract.
And what in particular? What was he asking from them?
I would not know.
And were they in a position where they were obliged to deal with him in relation to his contract? Was that part of their official duties at SAPS?
I would not know.
You would not know?
Yes.
And apart from that, you say that you infer that they were his people inside SAPS because Brigadier Bokaba was the one who suggested that he approached General Sibia as acting national commissioner when he wanted to get access to the facilities. Did I understand your evidence correctly?
That's correct.
So it's really just those two elements that makes you think that Brigadier Bokaba and General Fani were his people inside SAPS. Is that correct? Is there anything more?
Not that I can prove but there is. Not that I can prove, but
Not that you can prove.
yeah.
What can't you prove?
Pardon?
What can't you prove?
That there is more of them meeting Mr. Cat. But no.
Sorry, there are more people meeting Mr. Cat, or that there is more to the relationship between Brigadier Bokaba and General Fani with Mr. Cat?
I'm saying within the office of General Fan and the office of Brigadier Bokaba, there are people there.
So when you forwarded all of these messages from General Sabia to Cat, to Mr. Matlala, you thought that he would probably already know this from General Fani and Brigadier Bokaba?
I'm not sure about that, but I just assume.
You assumed that?
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that part of saying I am the one who heard it from me. No, not from me.
He might have heard it from somewhere else.
Yeah.
But why then did you send it to him? What was the purpose of sending it to him?
I was just sending it.
But he is about to get involved in a dispute with your employer, the SAPS. SAPS are threatening to terminate his contract. That's correct, is it not?
That's correct.
So why do you think it's appropriate to give him advance notice of the fact that SAPS are threatening to terminate his contract?
I would not say it's advance notice. It was in public domain, so that is the reason I said I did not see any problem to send it to him. And knowing that he also communicated with General Sabia, and General Sabia sent it to me, I just assumed that I must just pass it.
Sorry,
So I did not think the worst of it.
What was in the public domain? Are you saying this document on page 105,
The one that was here,
the audit report?
that's correct.
Where did you see this audit report before you received it from General Sabia?
In a Facebook. I remember I was at head office, in my office at that particular when I saw it.
And are you aware that it's marked confidential?
That's correct.
So why do you think it's okay to share it with anybody else? If it's marked confidential, I mean, that must tell you that it's a confidential official document. Why do you deem it appropriate to share it with anybody else, especially people outside of SAPS?
Because, to be very honest with you, Commissioner, I did not see the danger of it or the problem about it, because I thought it's already in public, and in public it came as it is yesterday. To me, it was no longer confidential. That is the reason I said.
But why do you deem it appropriate? Because other people could have stolen it and leaked it and illegally circulated it on Facebook. You are a police officer. You come across an audit report belonging to SAPS, and it is marked confidential. Why do you, I'm not talking about people who put it on Facebook.
Yes.
Why do you deem it appropriate to share it with somebody outside of SAPS? Can I give you an example?
Yes.
Say you give a statement to this commission.
Yes.
And then I see it on Facebook. But I'm a member of this commission. Are you saying because I see it on Facebook, I'm now entitled to share your statement with members of the public?
No.
No. So why did you deem it appropriate to share an internal confidential SAPS document with somebody outside of SAPS? You don't know.
I don't know.
Do you accept that it was wrong?
I don't accept that it was wrong because I feel General Sibia sent it to
I
me.
can hear you. General Sibia sent it to you. You are within SEPS. I'm asking you a specific question. Why did you send it to somebody outside of SEPS? This is a SEPS document.
Yes.
Now, do you accept that it was wrong to send a SEPS document to somebody outside of SEPS? That's my simple question.
Can we pack that one? And
No,
then-
I don't want to pack it.
I'm begging you.
No, I don't want to pack it. I want you to answer me. I'm asking you a simple question. Why did you deem it appropriate to send it to somebody outside of SEPS when it is clearly marked confidential? You think it was correct? Because it's either it was correct or it was wrong. And I'm giving you those two options. Do you
Or
think
not-
it was correct?
Or not sure.
No.
Maybe let them be three. Not sure.
Ms. Chaskasan, let me leave it there.
I've got a slightly different question. Leaving aside the rights and wrongs of doing it, what was your purpose in giving it to Mr. Matlala? Why did you want Mr. Matlala to know this information?
Is a service provider there? You know, the other thing that I also assumed at the time, I thought as a service provider, he was also issued with such officially. So I took it on that level.
No, but my question is, why did you think he was entitled to receive this information? Why did you give it to him? What were you trying to achieve?
I think the word achieve is a bit
Okay,
inappropriate.
what was your purpose in giving it to him?
I was just passing the message.
So you were just passing the message.
Yes.
In other words, you were giving him, as it were, a heads up, your contract may well be terminated.
No.
But then what is passing the message, if not that?
Passing the message, just forwarding the document as I received it.
So did you think that when General Sabia gave it to you, he wanted you to pass the message to Mr. Matlala? Is that what you're saying?
I can't say that in words that indeed he said I must send it. He just sent it to me, I sent it to Mr. Matlala. But bear in mind that the information that General Sibia, sometimes it is meant for Mr. Matlala, even that specific one, even though he did not say it. I just assumed on my own that maybe said pass it. I'm just...
You mentioned that you also sent this information to Mr. Motsumi.
That's correct.
Can you go to page 580?
Of the same to 580.
580, and that would be file 2 of 4.
Okay.
And these are your chats with Mr. Motsumi, and we see that on the 24th of March at 7:49 p.m., chat number 3, 4, 5, and 6.
That's correct.
You forward all of this, the same messages that you received from General Sabia, you forward to Mr. Motsumi. Why did you forward them to Mr. Motsumi?
Sorry, Commissioner. You said 5?
580.
580 over the page to 581.
580, okay. I'm on it.
Why did you forward these messages to Mr. Motsumi?
I wanted him to know what was happening in that said project.
I'm sorry, I must apologize. I didn't hear that answer. You wanted him to know?
Okay. I sent it to him to know what was happening on that contract.
What was his interest in that contract that he needed to know about what was happening on that contract?
Mr. Matlala owed Mr. Mutumi money, so I was warning him that, hey, Baba, your money will never come back because where he invested in Mr. Matlala's company. So I was making him aware that his contract is about to be terminated.
So when you say he invested in Mr. Matlala's company, was that Medicare 24? Was he a silent partner in Medicare 24?
I think not Medicare 24 per se, but I knew that Cat owed him money long before Medicare, and he promised that he's going to start making payment when this Medicare start to function properly.
And how did you know that Cat owed Mr. Motsumi money?
Pardon?
How did you know that Mr. Matlala owed Mr. Motsumi money?
Mr. Muzumi told me.
And when did he tell you?
Okay. During our biking, when we bike with Mr. Muzumi, said, hey, that cat must start paying me.
And approximately when would this have been? Would it have been before the contract was awarded, after the contract was awarded?
I think before the contract is awarded.
So you knew from Mr. Motsumi from before the contract being awarded that he was owed money from Mr. Matlala?
Yes.
And do you know if Mr. Matlala had started paying Mr. Motsumi back once the money flowed on the contract?
Can you repeat that?
Once the SAP's contract started paying Mr. Matlala, do you know if he had started to pay Mr. Motsumi back?
No,
You know,
I don't know.
you don't know. So you don't know whether Mr. Matlala had paid anything to Mr. Motsumi?
Yes.
And did you ever raise this with Mr. Matlala? The fact that he owed money to Mr. Motsumi?
No. I think it was the matter of myself and Mr. Muzumi gossiping about Matlala.
So you were giving Mr. Motsumi this information about the Medicare 24 contract to let him know that Mr. Matlala was not going to be able to pay him back.
That's correct.
Can I just ask a different question? And this relates to your forwarding these messages to different people, not just Mr. Mutsumi. You sent to Mr. Matlala and you sent to General Shibiri. Now, maybe let me start with General Shibiri. What you testified earlier is that the discussion, why you forwarded the payment WhatsApp messages to General Shibiri is because you knew that there had been an inquiry to him for assistance. In fact, there had been an approach to him for assistance.
That's correct.
Yes. Now, I don't understand if that's all that you knew about the interaction between Mr. Matlala and General Shibiri. If that's all there was that you knew of, why would you send General Shibiri this inquiry from the media? And it's forwarding the next WhatsApp message where it's being forwarded, or a message is being sent by Pokane to generals, and then her response as well to Mr. Mashego. This is General Pokane, that it's an internal matter. Why would you share this with General Shibiri? Because it has nothing to do with payment.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. I think being used to share information with this cycle of generals, General Shibiri, General Sibia, I just forwarded it as it came.
The thing, though, is this is not just any other information. It's very specific, and we do have evidence now.
Yes.
You would have heard that Mr. Matlala paid monies to General Shibiri, which he says was a loan. So we now know that monies have passed between Mr. Matlala and General Shibiri. So we know that he's got an interest in, at least where I'm sitting. General Shibiri would have an interest in Mr. Matlala keeping that contract at the subs, or what's happening with the contract. This suggests to me that you knew that General Shibiri has an interest more than just helping with payments. That's why you're sharing. Look at what the media is now asking. That's what this is. It suggests to me you were saying, look at the media is now asking questions. Look at the response of the subs and see that extract from the investigation or audit report. You share them because you know that there's a deeper involvement or interest between General Shibiri and Mr. Matlala, not just a random, oh, I'm not getting paid, help me out. Sorry. That's the only way it makes sense to me that you would share this information with General Shibiri, is because you know something more than just an inquiry or a request for assistance to be paid. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense that you sent this, and I don't see that this is just a random sharing of information that you do on a regular basis with generals. This is very specific. So I think what I'm asking you is there has to be a better explanation for why you're sharing this with General Shibiri, for one, other than, well, I'm used to sharing information with generals.
To comment on that, maybe it came out wrong that I said I'm used to sharing information with generals. With General Shibiri, let me be direct with him. With General Shibiri, Commissioner, I share everything that I come across. Whether it's relevant to him or not, sometimes we'll not even comment or say anything on it. But according to me, I just share it because I'm used to share information with him. And any other than sharing information He never mentioned to me that he's got maybe personal interest in coming to benefit in Mr. Matlala's contract. So on that part, I would not be in a position to answer.
Why did you think he needed to know that Mr. Abraham Mashego is making those inquiries? Why did you think General Shibiri needs to know that?
I think, Commissioner, I took it from on the basis that Kat also complained to him about the payment. So that is when now the information about Kat, I also forwarded to him.
Let me suggest to you what it looks like.
Yes.
It looks like you were alerting him that look at the media, it's inquiring about our contract. That's what it looks like. But in addition to that, you were alerting him, if he didn't know, that there's in fact an intention to terminate our contract and underline our contract. I say underline and I call it our contract because your conduct here and his conduct suggests that you are much more interested in Mr. Matlala's contract than just random subs police officers who are assisting a member of the public. It suggests that you have a greater interest in this contract, and that's why you are sharing this out of concern. That's what it looks like to me. Do you want to comment?
It's not like that, Commissioner.
Sorry, say that again.
It's not like that. It's not like that.
Yes. And when you share with Mr. Matlala, it's the same thing. It is, you appear to me to be warning him that, look, journalists are now asking questions about our contract or your contract. But in fact, in addition to that, they are aware that there is a recommendation or instruction to terminate the contract. You are alerting him to that. Do you have any comment to that? It's what it looks like to me, and it's what I'm suggesting was the whole point of you sharing these WhatsApp screens. If you were not instructed by General Shibiri to forward them, and you just forwarded them out of your own initiative, then I'm suggesting to you that you were forwarding them because you were alerting them about the media is onto this, and secondly, the SAPS has been, rather there's been a recommendation to General Masemula to terminate. You were alerting him about that. Do you have any comment?
Yes, Commissioner.
Yes.
I think in my position, even on the structural level of SAPS, I wouldn't even when the media comes, they would not even come even nearer to me because of there is procurement, there is HR.
Yes.
The people who will be concerned and more worried are there in HR and procurement.
Yeah.
So now taking out that issue of our contract, before the news could come to me, these people over there would have got that information. So I'm just taking off that thing that I was worried that, our money is going now or our tender is going now. No. I was just doing that innocently. This one sent me and then I sent. But I had no interest at all.
Yes. You see, my suggestion, and maybe you assist me by what you're saying, that my suggestion is based also on ordinarily you have no interest. You should have no interest whatsoever in this. And when it comes to you from General Sibia, unless he instructed you to forward it, it's something that you read and you forget about it. You pass it on because it's not in your station. It has nothing to do with you.
It's true.
But it comes through and you quite actively send it to different people. So
Yes.
it's either you are acting on instructions to forward it to other people because you have a direct instruction, or you know that's how it works. When General Sibia gives you stuff, he's really saying to you, pass it on. And maybe you've said that when you say I was passing on a message. It's either that's what was happening, or it's I don't know if it's worse than that, which is, well, you were alerting them that the media is going to be reporting about this.
Yes.
That's what you're reporting, but also the contract is under threat. I'm suggesting it's one of the two. It's not as innocent as you saying, oh, I was just sharing. That's all there is. It's not.
But the commissioner, I understood a bit about what I just explained, that there was no way that media could come to know. I would be worried that the contract is, the people who would be worried is those ones who approved that project.
Yes.
So to me, when it was sent to me, I thought because of previous communication that I take this one, send it to one. Even though at that time they did not send it, I took it as a norm. Citoyen, they would take it as a pass. That's what I did.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Can I sneak in one question and steal your time, Mr. Chaskalson? Sergeant, when you were sharing this page of the internal audit report to Mr. Mutsumi, whose interests were you advancing?
Mr. Mutsumi.
Because you knew that he had an interest in this contract.
Yes.
And it would be adverse to his interests if this contract was terminated by SAPS.
Yes.
Thank you.
Can I ask you about meetings that you've had with Mr. Motsume? Now, I've been through the chats, and I can identify from March 2024 to September 2025, you have 12 different meetings with Mr. Motsumi that we can see on the chats. I can take you to them if you want, but I can assure you that there are 12 different meetings with Mr. Motsumi that I see either from invitations, sort of waterfall gates codes,
Yes.
or communications where you say you're at the gate or give me a code.
That's correct.
Beyond these 12 meetings, did you have other meetings with Mr. Motsumi that you're aware of over that period? And the period is March 2024 to September 2025.
Okay. You said you've seen 12.
I've seen 12 in relation to entry codes or messages about saying I'm at the gate or send a code. I can give you the dates if that would help. I can take you through them.
No need.
And one of those 12 is the meeting that we discussed last month with General Sabia when you appeared to be waiting with Mr. Motsumi, but he was stuck in a meeting with the National Commissioner and General Sentumule kept on talking longer than he expected. You remember that one?
Yes.
So I've identified these 12 from the chats. Are there meetings that you've had with Mr. Motsumi that wouldn't be reflected in the chats over that period?
Yes.
And where would those meetings be?
It's not necessarily meetings. I meet him on weekend. Either we go for boating or we go for biking. The reason that maybe you see 12 presumably be that it was meetings. It was not meeting. It was visits.
It was visits.
Visits.
In fairness to you, I should say 3 of the 12 are on weekends, but 9 of the 12 are not.
Pardon?
9 of the 12 are not on weekends. 3 of the 12 are on weekends.
Okay. I'm saying, you've seen that I've met him 12 times, right?
Yes.
And you are asking if are there any meetings that you are not aware about that are on those charts, right?
Yes.
Now I'm saying to you, I'm meeting Mr. Mutsumi regularly. So that means it can be more than 12 that you are meeting. Reason being.
I understand your answer now.
Yeah.
So you also meet him regularly to ride, you meet him to go on the boat,
Yes.
and that won't be reflected in entry codes at the waterfall
Because
estate.
of we meet on the road, yes.
Why are you meeting him so often? Why are you visiting with him so often?
Why do I meet him so often?
Yes.
I ride with him. I mentioned earlier that I was mentoring him. I was teaching him how to ride after I assisted him to buy his first bike. So time and again we'll ride. We do classes on the rides, but on those bases.
So you meet him frequently to ride, and I presume to also to go on the boat.
Even to chill. Okay, let me just take you through this. Mr. Mutsumi was Mr. Jotam friend. So
Sorry, he was Mr. Msibi's? I didn't get
friend, family friend. So as I grew up, Mr. Mutsumi was on the picture as well with Mr. Msibi. So when they bought bikes, when I assisted them with bikes, it was both of them. So Mr. Mutsumi was more eager to learn faster. So after Mr. Musibi died, I became closer with Mr. Mutsumi. So we were doing rides and just social, sitting and just talking like a father and son. Not that there was anything specific that would phone each other, hey, let's have a meeting. No, there was nothing like that. It was a father and son.
Can I ask you about 2 of the 12 meetings that I have identified? On the 19th of May, 2025, if you go to page 591, and that would be file 2 of 4.
Yes.
If you see there on the 19th of May, he sends you an entry code for the first time at 1420. He sends it twice at 1420.
Yes.
2 different codes. If you then go to page 762, do you see it? 762 at the same time, 2:21:03 p.m. chat 6.
Okay.
You see, you forward a code to Sergeant Morocco, And you've saved him as Sergeant Moraka K9. Is that because he's a K9 unit sergeant?
Yes.
And if you go down to page 780, 780, on the same day, same time essentially, you also forward a code to see Mr. Motsumi to someone who you have saved as Mpela K9. Is that Sergeant Mpela of K9?
That's correct.
What were you organizing for yourself, Sergeant Moraka and Sergeant Mpela, to do to meet at Mr. Motsumi's house on the 25th of May, which was a Monday afternoon? Sorry, the 19th of May, 2025, which was a Monday afternoon. Why were the three of you meeting with Mr. Motsumi?
We're just meeting, not a meeting. We're just sitting there.
But this is a Monday afternoon. You're all presumably on duty.
Afternoon.
Yes, if you look at those codes, they are codes. Let's just look at the one at 780. They're codes that are sent at 2:35 p.m. and they stop being valid at 17:30.
Yes.
So it was just a social meeting of the three of you, of the four of you.
Sergeant Moraka K9 is also a biker too. I usually go with him wherever I go on a bike. Same applies with other colleagues who are bikers that are not there. But on this one, I was with Sergeant Moraka. I got my coat, he got his coat. I think I was going to drop off the bike for service, and then Mpela was coming behind with the car. That is why I've sent him the code as well. But these two, they've got no relationship with Mr. Motsumi. I'm the one who's got the relationship.
But this is on a Monday afternoon. What are you doing with two colleagues going to Mr. Motsumi on a Monday afternoon?
Social life is after work.
No. We looked at the Sergeant Mpela code, which was valid until 5:30, and you said he came later. Take a look at the codes that are your codes and Sergeant Moraka at, let's go to Sergeant Moraka at page 762. Can you go to 762? And you'll see Sergeant Moraka's code expired at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yes.
And your code also at 584, you'll see, at 591, you'll see also expired at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Okay.
So the two of you were going off to visit Mr. Motsumi on a Monday afternoon between 2 and 2:30.
And Chair, maybe to rectify, it's a clubhouse. You know, in the estate, there are clubhouses.
Yes.
Where everybody gets in. So usually here, we might not have met or seen Mr. Motsumi, I'm just saying, but I remember it was myself and Moraka, Sergeant Moraka, we go often to eat on the clubhouse there. We would phone Mr. Mutsumi, Baba Skalugiosa, then he give us the code for the clubhouse. These are the codes for the clubhouse, and there might be numerous because we went numerous times there.
Yes, but if you look then at the Impala code, the Impala code is set to expire at 5:30 in the afternoon. So if Sergeant Impala is coming with a car to pick you up later, it means that you contemplate that you will spend the entire afternoon at Waterfall Clubhouse, at the very least, even if you aren't meeting Mr. Mutsumi.
Yeah, I wouldn't be sure about that, but something like that.
So are you saying that you and Sergeant Moraka took the afternoon off, as it were, to go to Waterfall Clubhouse for lunch?
Afternoon off?
Yes, because you went to the clubhouse on an entry code that would only let you in latest 2:30, and you had Sergeant Impala picking you up much later with a code that expired at 5:30. Is this just taking the afternoon off? There's no meeting with Mr. Mutsumi. What's going on?
I can't be sure about that. As I explained that to me and between myself and Mr. Mutsumi, there is no template time when he stipulates let's have a meeting at 2 or at 5. So whenever that he feels he wants to see me, hey, make a turn, or I want to see Baba Nyeza, I will pass there, and then. So I can't comment. I can't be sure really, so that I must not say misquoted.
Well, let me ask the question differently. Was this visit to Mr. Mutsumi relating to police business?
Police
with Mr. Moraka. Let me assist you here, possibly. If you go to 763. You'll see that early in the morning, the next day, so this visit is on the 19th of May.
Yes.
And at the top of the page on 763, on the 20th of May at 7:53 in the morning, you send a license plate to Sergeant Moraka.
Yes.
Do you know why you would, presumably you're sending it to him for him to trace it?
No, I can't remember.
Well, why would you send a license plate to Sergeant Moraka?
Okay. I've got in my phone, I've got the app that we usually use. We call it MCD, where you usually circulate vehicles and cell phone and so forth. Now, at that time, I was revoked. Then when I'm revoked, I usually ask Sergeant Moraka to check for me. If he's not revoked, then he would. But in this matter, I can't recall on why did I send this registration, but I do send if there is a need.
But what possible reasons are there for sending Sergeant Moraka a license plate? A license registration number? What have you ever sent license registration numbers to him for? For what purpose? You see, when I look at your chats, I see you often seem to be sending him license plates to trace the registered owner. Even the very next chat on the 29th of May, you send a picture of a man sitting on a car with a message, who's the registered owner of this vehicle?
Yes.
So is there any other reason why you might have sent this license plate number to Sergeant Morocco other than trying to find out who the registered owner is?
No.
Well, then let's get back to the previous question then. Was this meeting with Sergeant Morocco at Waterfall, well, first of all, was it a meeting just the two of you, or was it with Mr. Motsumi? What I understood your evidence to be earlier was that you may have gone in early and had lunch together before proceeding to Mr. Motsumi.
Okay. I can't quite remember clearly if Mr. Motsumi was there, but at the guest house, when we want to go there at the clubhouse, I usually phone him that send the code. We are 3 or we are 4. So the person that I'm close with most, that is the reason you'll see most of the time, even when I do my other piece jobs, is I'm with Mr. Moraka. So most of the time, my chat and Mr. Moraka will appear.
No, I understand that. But my question is, would this have been a meeting just the two of you for lunch? Or would it, and with Sergeant Mpela picking you up later, or was it planned for you to meet for lunch and then go to see Mr. Motsumi? Have you ever met with Mr. Motsumi in the Waterfall estate with Sergeant Mpela?
Yes.
And this particular occasion on the 19th of May, do you have any recall about it?
No. Okay, to add on that, I do meet Mr. Motsumi more often. It will depend on that particular day, who am I driving with. But Mr. Mpela and Moraka, they are my friends. Wherever I go, they are there. Sometimes there isn't, maybe this code is seen is because of he was driving a different vehicle.
But would this be police business? Because you're meeting him during working hours. I mean, is this meeting to do with police business, or is it just taking the day off?
No. These ones are working shifts, Sergeant Morak and Sergeant Mpela. So you'll find that most of the time they are not working on that day, or they are working night shift. Then I would call, hey, gents, let's go eat. Gents, let's go play. So
your assessment of the situation is that the two of you may not have been on duty. You may have been working shifts and off duty. And you phoned up Mr. Motsumi to arrange to let you into the estate to have lunch at the clubhouse. And you may or may not have met Mr. Motsumi afterwards, together, the three of you. Is that correct?
I'm not sure if I understand your question.
I'm trying to understand the nature of these, I'll call them meetings,
Yes.
where you go with more than one colleague, and you're all given entrance codes by Mr. Motsumi, and you all enter. But your evidence seems to be that maybe you just go to the clubhouse and have lunch and have a long afternoon lunch together. And then even though it's a Monday. But you can do that because maybe you're not on duty. Is that what you're saying?
Sort of, yes.
Can I ask you about another one? If we go to the 25th of June, and that one is it starts on page 602 in the same file.
Let me ask my question so that I don't forget it. When you answered a question earlier about Mr. Muraka, you said when you do your peace jobs, you are with him. Or what are these peace jobs you're referring to?
I do bike events, not exactly bike events, metric dance on bikes. I do funerals. I do, yes.
It's not SAPS business that you're referring to when you say peace jobs.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr.
And I'm assuming these people that you teach to ride, such as Mr. Mutsumi, they pay you for that. So when you teach him to ride a bike, when you give him lessons, I think maybe that's a better term. Does he pay you for that?
That's correct.
Why is it funny, Sergeant?
I'm trying to find a way to put it nicely.
You're giving people lessons. I mean, it's some expertise that you have. You're sharing it with other people. It's your time, which is valuable to you. I'm assuming they would be paying you for your time and the lessons.
That's correct.
Thanks.
Can we look at 25 June on page 602? You see there at 1803.42 again, there are two codes that are sent to you, which will give you access.
603.
6:03 p.m. 1803. 6:03 p.m. So,
Page 602.
sorry, page 602. 602. Sorry, I thought you were asking about time. 602, and the time is 6:03 p.m. 1803. And you see, Mr. Motsumi sends two codes to you. And then if you go down to 764, you'll see you send one of those codes again to Sergeant Moraka. This is at chat number 5, 6:10 in the afternoon.
Page mark. Oh, sorry.
764.
764. Yes.
And then you'll see on 775 that you also send a code to Constable Matule.
That's correct.
And, sorry, who's Constable Matula? You've explained who Sergeant Moraka is.
He's also my friend. I train with him.
You train in the gym with him?
Yes.
And then if you go back to 764, you'll see just like the last meeting where there were several police officers and yourself going to Waterfall Estate with an entry code from Mr. Motsumi, the day after that event, you send a license registration plate to Sergeant Moraka.
Sergeant who?
Sergeant Moraka, if you go to 764.
Okay.
So you see the entry code is chat number 5, chat number 6 the next day is yet again a license plate. And the following day there are 2 more license plates. So let me tell you what it looks like from the outside, and you need to disabuse me if I've got it wrong.
Yes.
What it looks like is that these are meetings at which, just like Mr. Nxumalo asked you to trace vehicles, coming out of these vehicles, coming out of these meetings, Mr. Motsumi is asking your assistance to trace vehicles. Because on both of the occasions where we see you and Sergeant Moraka meeting pursuant to entry code sent by Mr. Motsumi, the very next message that you send to Sergeant Moraka the next day just happens on both occasions to be a license plate, nothing more. So what's your response to that?
My first response is Sergeant Moraka does not necessarily need to go to Mr. Motsumi if Mr. Motsumi wants Mr. Moraka to check his number plate. He would do that telephonically, either through me or through Mr. Moraka. But because if he does not know Mr. Moraka, he will do that through me, obviously. And Mr. Motsumi, he would not use us or tell us to check registration for him. It is just a coincidence that after the code of Mr. Motsumi, then I sent the registration to Mr. Moraka. But Mr. Motsumi has got nothing to do with that. Vice versa, I would, if Mr. Moraka send me feedback on the registration that I've sent to him, I would send it back to Mr. Motsumi on the very same time. So
So this is just an unfortunate coincidence that on both of these occasions, the next day you asked Sergeant Moraka, well, you sent a license plate to Sergeant Moraka.
That's correct.
What do you expect Sergeant Moraka to do with these license plates that you sent him? Are you asking him to trace owners?
To check circulation, yes. Sorry, I'm pressed. Can I?
Let's adjourn. We'll see you as you come back down, and we'll come in. Let's adjourn.